Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jane. I'm a natural born psychic and energy intuitive. So I've created this channel to help guide other people on their soul's journey of healing and enlightenment, to help bring education, spiritual guidance, and messages from your loved ones and or angels or your guides. So we have group 1, group 2, and group 3. I was asked to bring up the turtle today. I don't know what that means for anybody, so I just listen to spirit and do as they ask. So all of our sessions here are timeless. So whenever you find it, it's the right time for you. Don't try to force anything or try to make anything fit. And with that, I'm going to begin with group 1. Welcome, group 1. All right, let's see here. Oh, you picked the tower. All right, the tower. Okay, so I'm going to bring out a crystal card before I get into this tower card. Diamond on the bottom, crank up the positivity. Okay, so you could be going through a lot of hard things here with the tower. The tower is about struggle. You know, something that's happened, something maybe shocking, some kind of inevitable pain, an accident, some kind of trauma that lingers sometimes. But also, this brings in a form of liberation from a situation that you've been in that no longer serves you. So, you know, I know it's hard to hear and understand that maybe, you know, things that have happened are for your highest good, but you see this little bird here, this tells me that spirit has helped this to happen for to keep you on your goal. Your guides are helping you on this. Clear your mind and the rest will follow. Fluorite. See, just like I said. Okay, what's this one? Kyanite. Tune in to your inner truth. Yeah. Okay, so this is where, like, basically what I'm getting from this card is tuning into your inner truth. This tells me that you know what I'm saying is true. Like, the situation you were in probably wasn't, like, in those days that aren't so hard, you probably understand that or try to accept that. But on those hard, rough days, it's rough. It can be really rough, for sure. Yeah. Okay. So they're asking me to bring out some archetype cards here for you. Okay, let's see here. All right, the Tower Spirit. What does this soul need to know? Okay. This one. This one. Now, these archetype are the ones that you have your positive attributes, and then you have your shadow self. So sometimes those shadows dealing with things are not so easy. Whoa. That's way too many cards here, Spirit. Okay, one more. They told me one more, and then look at the bottom of the deck. Here we go. Child. Nurture. It's in reverse, though. So the shadow attribute is tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. This could have been the energy that you were dealing with. That's why they're saying, like, tune into your inner truth. You know what I mean? When you really think about those things on those, look, gambler. Yeah. Willingness to follow intuition, even when others doubt you. Okay. And this one, what is this? Dilettante, but it's in the reverse. So it says, pretensions to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. Okay. Something about this tower, though. Okay, so then we have Virgin, but it's in reverse. So fear of intimate union. Okay. Okay, so what's going on with this tower, Spirit? What's the shadow of this again? Tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. Well, I'm not really sure what they're trying to say here. Poet. Express soul insights in symbolic language. Now you see how they have these doves here, and then you have the dove here. So you have this intuition. So what's going on? Tendency to abuse animals. I think this might be the energy that you've been separated from, because you have a willingness to follow your intuition. So if you're willing to follow your intuition, and they split the deck for me on, what was it again? It was those doves or whatever. Okay, we're going to keep going here. See what Spirit wants to unfold for me here, because I'm not sure I really get it. The bottom, eagle sees opportunities courageously. Another bird. Oh, they're splitting it here. Look, oh my God, be disciplined in your home and community life. And before I started this, I was asking Spirit if there was anything else they wanted me to know. And for this group, they said giraffe. Oh my gosh. Okay, giraffe. So giraffe, I don't know what giraffe means though. And I don't know what the turtle means. Okay. Like, I know what turtle means, but I don't know what that represents to you, what that means to you. So from what I'm getting from the turtle is your beginning life has been really rough. Donkey, keep your heart open no matter what. Archangel Mary and Gabriel. This is about the healing. I think this might have been something that, some kind of energy that, rat, be true to yourself and the universe will reward you. Just like this card here is telling you to tune into your inner truth. And this one is like, be true to yourself. So I think whatever has happened on, like I said, on those good days, I believe you're just like, yeah, I see it all now. I see what this person has been like. This person's been doing. I have this insight. I know better. But, sometimes we just get caught up, and that's just how it is, right? So I'm going to flip these around so I can keep track of this information here. So the dilettante. Okay, so the shadow one is pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. Okay, so there might be more information about what. See, when this is what happens when the Tower card comes out, that tells me Spirit has intervened here. They have created some kind of obstacle or collapse of whatever situation that you were in. And they did it because they have more knowledge about what could go on further in the future. So because they know what's next in your timeline, this is probably some form of protection for you, though it doesn't feel like it at the time. Okay, and this one, fear of intimate union. Yeah, I think this was so heartbreaking that now you fear that closeness. And then this why it's like because it's right here, it's like fear of intimate union, and then right next to it is donkey, keep your heart open no matter what. Okay, Spirit. All right, they're asking me to bring out another oracle deck here, or the tarot deck here, and this is from the archangels. I split it on Ace of Ariel. It's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, or support, a change in job or promotion. Okay, that's a Tower. Okay. You know, it could be a job loss too. I mean, you could have had like a, you know, a crappy boss or something. Oh, this card's trying to get out here. What is this? 5 is Gabriel. Yeah, a challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. 5 of Gabriel. You know, Gabriel came out here too. Yeah. And you know, there was something else that came out too. I think it was the 5 of Wands when I was shuffling a different deck. All right, Spirit. What else do you want here? Take this one. Oh my goodness, look at that. This is about your intuition. Take that leap of faith. This is like the Fool card and the Tarot. Believe in yourself. Listen to your heart. Do what gives you joy. Absolutely. And you know, I see over here she's doing all this art and different, you know, growing plants and baking and just doing all these different things. Stay in that creative energy, because there is something much deeper that I don't know if they want you to know this today or just had this cut here. Release the past. You will grow from the situation. Time heals all wounds. No kidding. Okay. This is like, you know what I mean? About this, they have more knowledge. So also, I think you might feel like you possess more higher than you do. So you got to be careful with that, because that treads into the ego type. Okay. So what do we want over here, Spirit? Okay. Charge ahead. No joke. Embrace courage and determination, forging your path with confidence and readiness to overcome obstacles. Yeah, they're just trying to encourage you to understand that this was for the best, whatever. Oh my goodness, look at this. Another dove. Wow. See, and doves are, you know, like dove is kind of considered, you know how it goes, like Father, Son, and Spirit, or how does that go again? Like, you know what I mean? Well, the dove is the spirit, you know what I mean? New heights. Let your connection with spirit ground you as you reach for the sky. Oh, wow. Yeah. And you know, that's why you have the donkey here too, because donkeys are really they're really strong and they're really well balanced. Underneath that was breakthrough. Navigate life's many twists and turns with elegance and resilience. Though they're splitting the deck here for me. So let's see what they want. Unity blooms. Foster harmony and connection within your community, nurturing bonds that bring us together. Okay, Spirit. Yeah, I just heard the word birds of a feather. I don't know if you've ever heard that saying. If you're young, you might not have. Like it says, birds of the same feather flock together. So that's like-minded people. And it's true too, that birds, if you have like a bunch of chickens and you have like, you know, like different types of chickens, you know, they all have different, you know, breeds, I guess. And they'll flock together. If you have like 3 of one and 3 of another, they will tend to flock together. Yep. It's really true. Okay, is there another card here? Whoa, just flung that right across the floor. I don't know which one they want. Seed of potential, maybe, but it flipped around a couple times on the floor. So, seed of potential. Plant the seed of potential and nurture its sprouting promise with your attention and care. Okay, that's to set you on a new, you know, they're putting you on a new path for a reason. You know, like I said, I think though, when you're in those quiet moments of, understanding and in those accepting moments, I think that you're feeling the fact that, this was probably for the best, but it's just when those hard days come and, something might trigger that emotion in you. Those are the days that you're thinking how, why, and, I wish things were the same or whatever it is. So, kind night here. Tune in to your inner truth. Okay. When the lights go out and everything goes black, it may feel like you have no way to see what's in front of you. But if you stay calm and allow your eyes to adjust, you'll realize you can make out quite a bit more than you think. The magic of kyanite is like putting on a pair of night vision goggles and turning up your psychic powers. Intuition, right there. Okay. Helping you to connect with the invisible influences that lie beyond the surface of your current situation. Consider yourself a spiritual spelunker now, seeing and feeling and vibing your way through a cave full of secrets and spiders and all sorts of mystical wonders. The signs of truth are right in front of you, perhaps hiding in plain view. Interesting how they picked that card with the blindfold. And you know what? Caves are really dark. You see how she's in the stars. Okay, but you can't assume that you know more than you do, though, because that's not being true to yourself. Okay, the signs of truth are right in front of you, perhaps hidden in plain view, and you are fully capable of discovering the answers you seek. Okay, all right, Spirit. So is that it? They said one more. Hold on. They want me to bring out an eternal light card here for you, so let me do that. It's on the bottom. Truth and integrity. Look, you may respect another's opinions while remaining grounded in your truth. Each of us possess wisdom and perspective that are unique to us, the whole of humanity, every sentient being, together, equal in truth. It is okay to respectfully agree to disagree. Wow, Spirit, that was right there too. Through another one. Okay, let me see here. I'm just going to shuffle these up a little. All right. This is the truth and integrity. What does that fall on? Oh, the fear of intimate relationships. Yeah. Yeah, I think they're really talking about finding somebody that has integrity here. Okay. Courage and trust. Step into the void of uncertainty. Trust in life, existence, and that your soul will guide you to where you want to go and whatever you want to create. Life is made of a big and little moments. One day you will look back and smile, knowing how precious every moment was. Just like I was saying, like on those good days, those bad days. Yeah. The inner wisdom was right under that. Okay. Embrace the new. Yeah. Leap of faith. Look at that. Leap of faith. And look, what does that say right there? The leap of faith on this card. The leap of faith. Be guided by your instincts. Be brave and leap with faith and believe in yourself. You have much to offer. There are the messages from the universe wants you to hear today. Repeat this mantra. I trust my intuition. I have faith in the universe. There is infinite potential in every moment. And look at that. That's even like intuition there. And then they have a leap of faith, and the intuition. Wow, Spirit. Whoever you are, you just keep connecting to your intuition. And I hope this video finds you well, and I hope that things are going to be better for you, and I bid you a good day, sending you love and light. And if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe. Welcome, group 2. See what you've chosen here. This way. Queen of Pentacles. And with this turtle here, I don't know what the turtle represents to someone. Okay. So the Queen of Pentacles You know, this is somebody that is like strict and stable. You know, definitely respect for yourself. This is about abundance and protection. You might even feel like an old soul. And you have no problem sharing your material gifts. And, you know, you see this bear here, and, you know, this bear, you know, like would be like a strong, protective mother bear type. Okay. They asked me to bring out one of these, Find Light in the Darkness. They asked me to bring out this deck here to put aside and keep it simple and sweet. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. You want your spirit? They want me to read one of these cards at the end here. Ooh, come out. Let's see here on the bottom, Shungite, detoxify your life. Okay, what is this? Clear quartz. Get clear quartz about your intentions. Okay. Let's see what's in store for you, because detoxify your life and get crystal clear about your intentions. You know what? This might have something to do with manifesting or something like that, because I think spirit might be a little confused with what you want, or your guides might be a little confused with what you're trying to accomplish or get here. Okay, spirit. Let's find out what this group needs to know. Let's see what they want you to know here. Another one, spirit. Bottom of the deck. Okay, Knight. It's in reverse though. So the shadow attributes is allegiance to a destructive ruler or principle, romantic delusions. Get crystal clear of what you want. Romantic delusions. I don't know, maybe you're trying to manifest a partner, but I don't know, maybe you're not clear about what you want. Networker. The light attributes here is enhanced unity through the sharing of information, and gender social awareness and empathy. Okay. Oh, Prince in reverse here. So the shadow is using power for self aggrandizement. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's I don't know what this is about. Let's see here. Let's do another one. Enhance unity through sharing. Using power for self. Okay. I mean, this could be the type of person that you've been attracting. And maybe that's why they're asking you to be crystal clear with your intentions, because you could be attracting egotistical, not such. Okay, one more card, spirit. Oops, bottom card. I heard the bottom. Oh my goodness. Well, it's the same card that came out in group 1 and in reverse too. Fear of intimate union. Okay, I'm just going to cut this deck here. Avenger. Desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. Child wounded. Okay. Yeah, you could be like, you know, immediately the first thing I got when I got I just pulled that back out. When I got child wounded, I immediately got like, you're like a social worker. because awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness. So I immediately, and then like, because the Avenger came out too, which is desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. So I think it's for both, actually, because I think the people that you're always dealing with, they use their power for selfishness. Yes. Okay. Yeah. And see, you have all these like letters around you. Okay. And I'm just going to turn these in the upright so I can not have to try to read them upside down. Fear of intimate union. All right. Okay, I'm just going to keep this aside because I think, oh, what was that? They wanted to show me something and I slapped the deck back together. See, oh, we're bringing it back out. Hold on. Oh, shoot. I lost it again. Spirit. This one or this one? I got vampires in reverse here, depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining, and codependency. All right. Okay. I don't know what you're trying to tell us here, Spirit. Let's keep going, find out here. Asked me to bring out an animal oracle. This is one I think they told me about dog. Oh my God, they brought out donkey. That's the second time they brought out donkey. Keep your heart open no matter what. And they brought it right next to this one in the first reading too. I wonder if this has anything to do with you. Swan, demonstrate grace and majesty. You know what? And swan's also about you know how like the ugly duckling story, how you don't really fit, and you think it's you, but then you realize, oh, I'm just not with the right people. It's not actually you, it was them. And they bring up the white birds again too. And dogs are all about love and companionship. The deer trust in the support of the universe. Archangel Michael and faith. I think you're dealing with some energies here that are just so self-serving, but this fear of intimate union, I think that you just don't want to get close to these people because they're not your people. I just heard because they're not your people. But I think you're trying to do good things. Oh, look, they're trying to flip this over. Kangaroo, be a force for good. No joke, Spirit. Oh my God, look, butterfly. Butterflies really, that transformation, just like the swan too, right? You might be attracted to butterflies. You might be seeing swans and butterflies even. Be ready to transform with wisdom. Okay, Spirit. Let's kangaroo one. You know what? That crystal in behind, I'm pretty sure that's a quartz. Be a force for good. Okay. All right, let's move on here. They're asking me to bring out another tarot deck here, and these are the Archangel Tarot. So let's see here. What is the one here? See what we have going on here. Perspective number 12. like the Hanged Man. It's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. Yeah, dare to be different, because you're going against the grain of, you're in some kind of situation that, Page of Raphael, gentle, loving, dreamy, open-hearted. A new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. Yeah, I think you know what's going on. The Lovers, number 6, Archangel Raphael. So you have Raphael twice here. Make choices from your heart, deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. Okay, so that's probably what your question is here. Like, just follow your heart, whatever feels right to you, for you. I mean, you could just ask, and look at how Raphael pops out at the bottom too. Love and blessings fill your life, harmonious relationships with family members, and happily ever after. You know, because Raphael really is a lot about the healing. And if you're in a situation where, you're dealing with this kind of energy, with this someone using the power for their own self gain, more here. It's on the bottom. The 5 of Ariel. You needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. Yeah. You got to be careful, because if you're the networker, that means you're the handler of a lot of information. That's what gets me oh my God, Gabriel, yet again, because Gabriel's over here. Okay, so generous, inspirational, dramatic, and driven. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. Yeah. I think that it has to do with children or something. I think you work with children. Okay. Or the elderly or something. The vulnerable parts of society, people in society. And you're probably dealing with these, well, we know how the agencies of the world's governments are, so. On the bottom, gentle release. Let yourself surrender to the flow and the light of life's mysterious currents. Sorry. Okay. The bottom one, plan wisely. Cultivate success through meticulous research and strategic plotting. Your foresight will unveil new paths. See, this is like try not to let your heart get too invested in this stuff, but they're saying keep your heart open, because that open heart is what's going to help you maneuver. I just heard maneuver. Yeah. Maneuver around this kind of energy, because really, like you're like it says enhances unity through the sharing of information. So, something about social awareness and empathy. So I think that, you're going to help. You're here for a specific purpose. Like, you're going to help either like change the system or shed light on the system, or bring some kind of awareness with your empathy, because that's why they're saying, like, it's really hard to let people, like, let your heart like get too invested, because it takes a toll on your soul, you know what I mean, and on your psyche. And that's why it's like this new emotional situation here with messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. And that's why, because, but following your heart in these situations, look, it brings a new world, new worlds. There are many more things for you to discover, so don't give up. Okay, Spirit. Let's see what else here. This one here. Oh, goodness, I lost it here. Oh, that's about. Okay, this one. It's on the bottom. Rising flames. Let your passion guide you to the fulfilling purpose meant for you. Like I just said, I literally just said, like you're here for a very specific purpose and reason. Fully immersed. Look, you're in it. And I don't think you're going to be able to get yourself out of it either, because I think you're so deep in it now. Everything you want is all around you, just waiting for you to see it. Okay, so the help is here for whatever you're working on. The help is there. Look, make a change, embrace growth, seek new paths, and welcome transformations with an open heart. Look at that. Keep your heart open. And that transformation again is like the swan and the butterfly. And like I said, that I think that you're going to be changing the system, burning down an old system and starting a new one. Let your passion, whatever you're, because you're all about this like unity and sharing of information. So I think you're going to be raising it to the ground, raise it to the ground. I think that's that's an old saying, like things are burned to the ground. Let your passion guide you to fulfilling your purpose that's meant for you. I don't know. You're in some kind of position that you're going to be able to help. Look, seek clarity. Oh my goodness. And I'm telling you, that's, what crystal is that? I wonder. I don't know if that's, citrine or if it's a quartz. It looks like a yellow quartz, but it could be a citrine. It doesn't say here. No. Okay. So seek clarity, embrace honesty, face consequences, and sharpen your focus for personal growth. Yeah. Okay, Spirit. What else do you want here? Okay, going to ask me to read this card here. Clear quartz. Get crystal clear about your intentions. Clear quartz. Yeah, we all have our jobs here. The purity of and glow of clear quartz can amplify whatever frequency it comes in contact with. So this is your spirit call to get in touch with your intentions. The law of attraction wants to work in your favor, but you've got to get crystal clear on what you want. Otherwise, you're just that person who got in the front of the line at the Cosmic Cafe and didn't know what drink to order. Dig deep and get to the root of why you want what you want. Will that specific job really make all your dreams come true? Or do you just want financial security? Are you desperate for that specific person to ask you out? Or are you just carving some cuddle or craving some cuddle time? When you understand your motivations on a deeper and more honest level, your manifestations will pack a way more powerful punch. Now get back in line in the Cosmic Cafe and be ready to place that order. Okay? So I guess you have some thinking that you're needing to do. And how she's here by herself, thinking, your angels are always there. You can call in those angels and help you make that decision, and ask for messages so that, like ask if you can, You know, like if they can, you know, show you that they've heard you and that you can be contacted, you know, through asking, you know, finding a dime or a feather or I don't know, a button even, I don't know. So I hope this video finds you well, and I hope that you're able to accomplish what you are trying to accomplish here. And I'm going to move on to group 3. So I'm going to bid you a good day, and I'm going to send my love and light, and hit that like button and subscribe and share if you haven't already. Welcome group 3. Let's see here. King of Pentacles. Okay. King of Pentacles. This is a very fatherly type of individual. Probably super good at what, an expert even at what you, whatever you do, whatever you, career you choose. You know, I think that you're also the type that will share whatever you have as long as it's being used for good purposes. Okay. You're a really stand up, solid person, a giver. Okay. So they want me to pull one of these and this fell out. What is this here? What would your ideal self do? No, okay, I'm not going to take that. I'm going to do a controlled pick here. Okay. This one here. Hematite. Reality check yourself. Reality check. Let's see here. Fluorite. Clear your mind and the rest will follow. All right. Let's see here. Let's bring out the architect. Archetype. Sorry. I keep calling it architect. I don't know why. It's weird. Okay. Let's see here. What do you want, Spirit? Shoot. This one. This one. Upright. Loyalty, romance, and chivalry. A love of honor. Yeah, like I said, you're a real stand-up guy here. Or gal. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what upstairs. Okay. Take this one instead here. The bottom. Child divine. Innocence, purity, and redemption suggest a special connection with the divine. Let's see. Let's see what else we have here. It's in the reverse. Exploitation of the female nature and form. Okay. Avenger. Desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. You know, that came out in the last reading too. I don't know if any of these, if you've picked one or two, or, you know, I think more than one, might have more than one message here for all of the groups, actually. Okay, I'm going to trip this in the upright so I can. Exploitation of the female nature and form. You know, this card's more that, you know, not having an self-respect for yourself. That's more what this card represents. And it doesn't matter if it's male or female. Okay. Let me bring out an animal card here. Now, before I start this reading, they told me, they mentioned dolphins for this reading. So I think that has to do with the fact that you are, they said in another card that you're connected to spirit, maintain self-worth and self-esteem. Like I said, I think you might be dealing with some energy that makes you, oh my God, look, and dolphins on the bottom. And they told me about the dolphin for this, for you. Live joyfully in the present. Okay. So they're asking, they want 2 for you. Okay. Cutting it on cat. Be relaxed and independent. I think you're being taken advantage of. Well, rat came out. Be truthful to yourself and the universe will reward you. And you know, it's funny how like cats hunt rats. People like, you know, when you're like a real like fatherly, sweet, loyal, like you know that type of like you're you have like high honor, and because you're such a giver, people will tend to take advantage of that. And you know, and this dolphin really is all a lot about intuition too. You know, not just about the joy, but you know, maybe this somebody is like sucking the joy out of you. Okay. You know, and pigs, they are, you know, very family oriented type individuals, but they're very they have they're like dogs even. They really are. If you've ever had the fortune to raise them. Okay, let's see here. Ask me to bring an archangel archetype for you. Let's see what's going on here. Whoa. Okay. The Ten of Gabriel. Gabriel's a lot about the healing. Ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load, working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. Just like I said, somebody's taking advantage of you. You need to be careful. You know, like this card represents, you know, like you're willing to give to people as long as they're using it for good. But when you give something to somebody, you don't know what they're going to use that for. I mean, people can make promises all they want. 5 of Ariel, yep, you need to go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. See, and this is where you need to be careful with this here, this goddess card, because they're you know, exploitation of nature and form. You know, this person could actually be using themselves to manipulate you in a intimate way. So you might want to make note of that and kind of, you know, because you're this type that you just want to balance the scales of everything so that everyone is, you know, getting the fairness, you know what I mean? But I think somebody is taking advantage of you. I can feel it coming. Well, decisions, you're making decisions. Well, wow. Release yourself from which holds you back. A need to detox unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. Look, just like I said, I think this person's making you feel bad about yourself, or they're taking advantage of you, and it's creating these. Look, Gabriel again. The Knight of Gabriel, confident, enthusiastic, courageous, charismatic. Look, and it comes right out here under the Knight. So you have the Knight and then you have the Knight again. Time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what you to do. And that's this dolphin energy. You know, you have dolphins and you have a couple dolphins in the back. I think you have like all the support that you're going to need too. The Magician, no joke, spirit. Yeah, this person is like, okay. You can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. And you know, the card that came out here about be careful of your thoughts because you can manifest what you don't want, basically. So, you know, this is pretty amazing, right? Look, and then you have the 8 of Gabriel that comes out. Let's just cut this deck. Look at all these birds, these different birds here. A great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. That would come out right under here. Okay, Spirit, do you want me to go on? No, they want me to pull out some of these. Hey, oh, geesh. Oh, it's not the whole deck. What's going on? I think your life is just falling apart or something. It's been a slippery slope, I heard. Okay, slippery slope, and they're up on this hill. Okay, this one. Dreamweaver. That's a manifestation. Dreaming and imagining bring your powerful vision into reality. That comes right out under this Avenger. How your desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. You know, you might really be connected to group 2 because group 2 had the same message, the Avenger. Learning secrets. Stay open-minded and receptive as you uncover hidden truths and embrace the lessons they offer. Okay, let's see here. What else, Spirit? What else does this group need to know? Metamorphosis Mirage. Wow. Embrace the tender transition between past forms and future possibilities as illuminated by the transformative butterfly. You know, the butterfly came out in the last reading too, in group 2. Yeah. Labyrinth of choices. Chart your course through the perplexing labyrinth of choices, embracing each turn as part of your complex journey. They're splitting the deck here. Whoa. Harbor of peace. Yeah. Find serene refuge in the peaceful embrace of a gentle harbor, allowing tranquility to still your waters. Yeah, you know what? And I noticed that they brought that right out underneath the dolphin too. Okay. Oh, they're splitting it here. Seize every minute. Embrace each moment with purpose, for time is a precious gift on your journey of self-discovery. Yeah. Stand strong. With defense as your shield, find strength in the preservation, guarding what matters most. Yeah. Okay. So there's something like you're like in a position that you can help mold the world or something, bring some kind of justice. Reality check yourself. Okay, so they want me to put it out on this individual here. So I think this is like some kind of reality check, whatever this. Okay, let's find out. Okay. Tight here. Let's see. There we go. The universe thinks you may need a reality check, so peel those rose-colored filters off your eyeballs and don't look away from what's right in front of you. Dark and shiny hematite helps reflect your true circumstances back to us so we can see things from a more grounded perspective. Because while our hopes and dreams can fuel us, having your head in the clouds could cause you to overlook some obvious steps. When you're centered, solidly rooted, and acting from a place of acceptance rather than denial, it's a lot easier to move forward in a way that makes sense. Yay. Okay. I don't know what that means for you, but they're asking me to also bring out this little deck here. So there's a couple things I want you to know in here. Okay, Spirit, what is it that you want? Okay. Here. A new chapter. Seeds you planted in seasons past are now sprouting. Something you have wanted for a long time begins to manifest. Let this be your mantra. I welcome and am grateful for this new chapter in my life. I thank the universe for the many blessings blossoming for me. Blossoming, you see this flower? blossoming. All right. So what's on the bottom here? Message from your higher self. Look at that. I don't think I've ever seen this card before. If I could, I would tell you every day to worry less, that you do not know how beautiful you are, that I love you, and you are perfect as you are. Reach for the stars, the ones glowing brightly within, just behind your doubt and insecurities. Embrace them and shine. Wow. And then I noticed that they were, oh yeah, look, I just saw that star there. And they're bringing out about the heart and all the light here. But God, it's beautiful. Oh, and I just realized I think there's some little doves here in this card. And there was doves in the other the group one too. Okay, Spirit, is that it? One more. Maybe. Wings of love. Just bring up the birds. Delays and obstacles will soon clear. It's like you find your wings and soar above the earth. Oh, Spirit. From where you can clearly see the bigger picture of your life and future. You are free to write your story, but remember that life is a co-creation between you and the divine. And they're talking a lot about this magician here too. So, and then I was just bringing up those birds, and then they pulled that card out. Isn't that funny how they do it? I love when they do this. It's amazing. Yeah, the way ahead is clear. Yeah, they're clearing up whatever's going on here. So your angels are here helping. Okay, well, I hope this has been helpful to you. And so I'm going to bid you a good day and send in love and light. And if you could hit the like button and share and subscribe, it really helps the channel. And it helps me continue to produce these messages for you. So thank you and have a good day.